Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We are almost halfway through our school week here, week 1 of our new homeschool routine. And if you saw my post yesterday, Monday night, I really lost it. I had been bottling up all of the stress that this corona chaos has been, causing for me internally. I've been trying to put on a brave face for everybody else. And so Monday night, I really lost it. Having done that, Tuesday, I woke up refreshed, recharged, restored, with a renewed sense of confidence and optimism. And I thought it was kind of important to share what I did to kind of come full circle and do that 180 from Monday to Tuesday. So I made a post about self-care yesterday, and I had intended to go live yesterday, but homeschool. So I thought before my students wake up this morning, I would try and come live, and maybe you can watch this replay, or maybe you're watching live with me. Good morning if you are. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know that I'm not alone. Drop some comments, say hi. I think that the only thing, I'm a pretty, what do they call that? Extroverted introvert. I really love to be social when I want to be social. I definitely need my alone time as well. So I think social media for me is a great outlet. It's also like a journal. I don't really, the table is making some noise. I don't really journal or diary or anything or scrapbook, but I use social media and Facebook for those purposes. So anyway, here are some of the self-care tips that I practiced Monday that really helped. And I thought I would kind of pass those along. So adequate sleep, I think, is number one. A lot of people are, worried, they're stressed out, they might be having trouble, with their job, or worried about how they're going to pay bills during this time. They just watching the news, and then their brain starts going a mile an hour or a mile a minute at the end of the night, and they just can't turn their brain off to go to sleep. And so then they stay up on Netflix, they binge watch TV, and they find that they only got 2 or 3 hours that night. Your body really needs sleep to restore itself, to heal itself, to recharge itself for the day. I'm not a doctor, but I think they recommend like 6 to 8 hours for adults. I'm lucky if I get the 6 hours, if I'm being honest. But when I feel myself not able to sleep, when I feel myself getting all amped up towards the end of the night, I do have a product that contains melatonin and tryptophan, and it's all natural, and so I will take that. I think it's tryptophan. Isn't that the thing in turkey that makes you, gobble till you wobble, and then pass out on Thanksgiving? Anyway, those are the main ingredients in my product. And so I'll take that at night, maybe 30 minutes to an hour before I want to go to sleep. And that I found really helps me. I don't need it every night. I typically get great restful sleep. Good morning. Good morning, Shalene. So, but when I do feel myself getting all amped up at the end of the night, then I will take that product. And there's a lot of great products. I'm sure you can order some on Amazon. I can, give you the information on my product if you need it. The second thing is, take care of your gut health. What I have learned, if I've not learned anything in this almost 5 years that I've been in the health and wellness industry, I have learned that gut health is so important. And I had no clue what that was when I started. But every morning I wake up and I take a product that has probiotics, prebiotics, and digestive enzymes in there. I also sometimes take a product at night for gut health. And so, this is not about my products. If you want any information on what I have, of course I am here to share those. But this is just about taking care of yourself. And when your gut is not healthy, it causes bloating, it causes fatigue. You can't absorb all the nutrients in your food. So even if you're eating very healthy and clean, you're probably not getting everything that food has to offer, all the essential nutrients that's in it. And then you just kind of feel icky. You feel weighted down. You feel like you have, that heavy stomach feeling. And nobody feels good about themselves when they're feeling those feelings, when they're feeling bloated and fatigue and just like, ugh. So take care of your gut health is definitely something that I have found that just gives me energy, it makes me feel good, it makes me feel slim, makes me feel like I'm making progress towards my health and wellness goals, and it just kind of alleviates that ick factor, when you wake up in the morning. Good morning, Krista. Hi, sunshine. So the third thing that I've definitely implemented, and trying to implement that at home with the kids has been really a challenge. I'm going to be so honest about that. I loved my 9 rounds. Shout out to my 9 rounds family. That's like a kickboxing studio that I fell in love with almost a year ago, actually over a year ago. And unfortunately with all this pandemic, it's been closed down. Good morning, Jerry. I saw your post. I'm sending you prayers. But 9 rounds is streaming service, and so for its members. But find an exercise routine, whatever that is. My friend Linda posted some great free workouts. I know Beachbody was giving away some free workouts. There are so many resources out there, guys. Pull out your old DVDs. I'm sure you still have some like we do, with some workouts. Go for a walk. Stay 6 feet away from your neighbors who are also trying to walk. We went for 2 bike rides yesterday. It was great. Just get your heart rate up. I'm not even saying that you have to sweat, although if you live in Houston, you can't help yourself. But 30 minutes or more is going to do so much. It's going to give you all kinds of endorphins. It's going to get the body moving, the blood flowing. Sweat is actually good for you. It helps detox your system. So just get moving and find a routine that you can stick with. I am very type A, and so I like to have my life and my day kind of regimented and planned out. I know for me, if I don't exercise in the morning, that's why I'm wearing my gym clothes already. If I don't get my exercise in first thing in the morning, it is not going to happen, especially if I've taken a shower, washed my hair. I just don't want to go through that more than once, and I don't have time to go through that more than once. So I definitely do that in the morning, and it just sets a better tone for my whole day. Sorry about that. My alarm for getting the kids up. I have an alarm for everything these days. Okay. 4, eat healthy foods and focus on foods that God made. And I'm just reading these from my post yesterday, guys. But when I say focus on foods that God made, like I did a Whole30, Matt and I have done several Whole30s. That means any food that's not processed, any food without a label, any food that you're eating in its natural form, fruits, vegetables. I guess bread would not really, I don't know, you carb haters out there, I still eat bread. Rice, just, healthy, whole grains. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist either. I just know that, in the Whole30, I could eat anything that God made, anything without a label, anything that's on the outside of your grocery store, so from vegetables to meats to dairy to what else they have around there. But, anything that is just kind of natural. Stay away from anything that we've all stocked up on in this time, all the processed foods, anything with a nutrition label. Those things you have to pay more attention to, you have to read. But I'm a firm believer that if it's natural, your body knows how to process it. Your body knows how to break it down. Butter versus margarine. We could go and debate all of those things for days. But if it's natural, I believe your body knows exactly what to do with it, and it's going to process it. And if you burn it off, it's going to burn it off adequately, and you're just going to maintain a healthier life. Plus, you're going to get all those essential vitamins and nutrients from the foods if they're natural. If they're processed, those are long gone. Okay, develop a relaxation technique such as meditation or breathing. My watch is always telling me, breathe, take a breath. I always ignore it. But I will say that especially when dealing with my kids in this homeschool, if I can just, before I go, if I just take a deep breath, it helps my response from being so reactionary. It helps me, choose the right words to say. It helps me find more patience. I'm not going to say center myself. Somebody said something about chakras, and I was like, I don't even know what that is. I'm not I don't meditate. I don't journal. A lot of my tribe, they're way better at me than doing, gratitude journals and personal development and self-help. I'm just really not as into that as I want to be, if I'm being honest. But taking a deep breath before I respond to my kids or my husband, I have found that very helpful. So find a relaxation technique. For me, it's a glass of wine and a bubble bath, and I'm going to get to that. Develop a pampering routine. Monday night, poured a glass of wine. I made a bubble bath, and I put on some country music. There was a Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood had a free concert on Facebook, and I just watched that, and I just zoned out to it on Monday night, and that, I think, just got me in such a better headspace. So develop a pampering routine. Self-care seems really selfish sometimes, but it's not. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You know what that means. You've heard it a million times. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. And right now, when so many people are leaning on you and leaning on each other, you have to make sure that you're okay. And so it's not selfish. It's actually vital. But a pampering routine, I do love to get in the bathroom when I have about an hour. It takes me forever. But to curl my hair and just feel beautiful and, do something for me that helps me, just kind of remember that I'm a person first and that I am me, that's really helpful. But a home facial, I don't go to the spa a lot. I don't get facials. I don't even get enough, massages and things. In a normal situation, none of that's going to happen in the next, weeks, months, however long this lasts. But you can do that for yourself at home. If that's something that's important to you, mani-pedi, making your toes look beautiful, cutting your, whatever it is, take the time and do it for yourself and help yourself to feel renewed and refreshed and beautiful. And it's gonna spill over into everybody else in your family and your household, and in your work and in your homes and everything that you're doing, Where was I? Learn to say no to others and yes to yourself. So if your spouse wants to watch something on TV and you don't want to watch it, I'm trying to relate it to current situation, go get your phone and go watch Netflix in your bed if you want to watch your show. And I love to watch reality TV. I'm a very Cavallari fan. Go do something for you. In a normal situation, we are pulled in so many directions. We're always have an invitation to something, whether it's a birthday party or, a mom's night out or a dinner or a family obligation. There's always somebody pulling at you. And you got to realize at some point, and this has been hard for Matt and I because we're people pleasers, but you got to realize first you've got to do for you. I always call it, I got to take care of my six-pack, me, Matt, and the 4 kids before I can take care of anybody else. And if it's not going to be something that first and foremost is beneficial for the 6 of us, then I've got to take a second look at it and before I say yes. And I'm such a people pleaser, that's hard for me, but I'm learning and I'm trying to improve on that. Get a pet. Okay, y'all, we just lost Sydney. This is it's still so fresh. That was January 31st, but it's so fresh for us. So we're not running out to the shelters, but a lot of people are. My sweet friend Tammy, they just adopted another cat yesterday. Go get a pet. We're not doing that. But we do have Kylo and we do have Goose and Maverick, our little turtles. And so we're trying to love on them a little bit extra. We put Kylo on the Roomba the other day, which a lot of people probably thought was animal cruelty. I think he just loves to be around people, and he didn't seem to be concerned. If he would have been concerned, he would have been all black. He's like a chameleon. He's like the color of this chair in a normal situation, and if he's all pissed off or concerned about something, he turns black all in his belly, and even this thing, whatever that thing is, their throats will come out. So he was not upset, people, but it was hilarious. It made us all laugh. We'll probably do it again. But get a pet, love on something else that loves you unconditionally. I think that's really helpful for self-care. Get organized. So my type A self, the first thing I do when I get stressed out is I clean my desk or I clean something. Right now it's my kitchen. I would show you, but I don't have a lot of time. In fact, I should have been over with this a long time ago. But then the second thing I do is make a to-do list. And right now, everybody is cleaning their junk drawers. They're making their scrapbooks. They're, getting to all those books that they've had on their nightstand. I am not doing any of those things, but they're all on my to-do list because that would make my heart happy to get all those things done. And I would feel so accomplished if I did. So make a to-do list of those things and then just try and check it off one at a time. It's so gratifying to put that check mark by those items. And then the last thing I also don't do but it's on that to-do list. Read a book on personal development and read a fictional book about something that you love, like a just for fun book. I love James Patterson. He's a mystery horror writer, suspense writer. I love his books. Haven't read one in probably, I don't know how old Mason is. He's almost 11, probably 11 years. So, maybe I should order the new James Patterson or the last 11 years worth of James Patterson books. Personal development, there's so many out there. Girl Wash Your Face. And then her second one, whatever that's called, Rachel Hollis, is an amazing personal development writer. She is kind of my style of snarky. I would recommend any of her books. Her husband has one too now. But if you're going to read a personal development book, don't just read that, because you can get so wrapped up in, I got to do this. And then all of a sudden you're trying to change yourself overnight, and then you get stressed out about it. So that's why I recommended read both. Read a just for fun book. It's kind of like Netflix. I guess that's my new just for fun. Maybe that's why I like reality TV so much. It just brings you out of yourself. It just takes you away from your current situation, and you can just kind of say, I'm good. You can come back from James Patterson where everybody's killing each other and people are going to jail and they're trying to solve the mystery, and you go, oh, okay, we really don't have it that bad. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Have a great Wellness Wednesday. I have to go get my students up from school. We have PE class starting at 8 in the morning, and it is 7:20. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you're taking care of yourself. We will all get through this. We will thrive on the other side of this drama and this chaos. And until then, love on each other. I'll be here on Facebook because for me, it's kind of a reality TV show, right? I love the memes and jokes. Share a story with me, send me a message. I'm going to be reaching out to you, and I hope you respond. Have a fantastic day, guys.